Welcome to this course on how to make a 2.5D game in Unreal Engine 5. My name is Tiago. I'm going to be your teacher for these classes. In order to prepare for this, we're going to be running this course in Unreal Engine 5.5.3. There is only one interesting plugin that we need to have added to the engine. Okay, so the name of the plugin is PaperZD. You need to install that to the version of the engine that we're going to be using. You can see here that its listing is 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, and not listing 5.5. That's because I already have installed it. Because the way the marketplace change, this can be found in the Fab library. Like I literally type here PaperZD, and you can see that I have that already. But if you don't, you might need to get that stuff into your Unreal Engine. So in order to do this, you're just going to go to the Fab website, search for PaperZD. The plugin is free. You essentially use the paper sprite sheets tools inside Unreal to add a little bit more functionality. It makes some of the stuff that we're going to be doing in this course a little bit easier to do, especially setting up locomotion and different directions for the sprites. So you can just get that plugin here. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. It's going to make it so much easier. You can use the vanilla tools inside Unreal, but this really will help you speed up the process. It was an Epic Mega Grants recipient, so you know that this is going to be forever free and available for you. After you download it, it's going to show up in your Fab library. You might need to press the refresh button a few times due to the nature of how this works right now. Sometimes when you make a purchase or you add something to your library, it takes a little bit of a few tries to show up. But just do that, and when you see PaperZD, you can just click it and say install to engine. I already have installed 5.4 and 5.5, so I'm just going to pick 5.3 just as to showcase the process. You just press install, it's going to download it, and then add to that version of the engine. You can actually go here to double check that that was properly installed. And if you click on install plugins, you can actually see what's available for that version of Unreal. So I have that in all the versions now, except 5.2. Okay, so just do this, and then the next step, we're just going to start the project, and I'm going to show to you which settings to use. All right, as you can see here, I already have a project created, but I'm just going to go to the process really quick to creating one project with you if this is the first time that you're creating a project in Unreal Engine 5. One of the things that I should have said initially is that it's highly beneficial for you to create an Unreal Epic Games account and use it to check the Fab library monthly. It's a lot of cool assets that you can use for world building. They are completely free. We use a bunch of assets in this project that are available for free online, and you can add to that collection by using Fab. But no further ado, so let's just go and create a new project. So just pick the version of Unreal that you want to be using. In this case, the version that I want to use is 5.5. And you're going to notice there's a plus button here. This is a button to add different versions of Unreal. Okay, just put it out there. We're not going to do this in this class, but at least there's some information that you can get. So if I go to 5.5 and I say launch, Unreal is going to initiate the engine version. What you see here is essentially Unreal loading. That's the loading screen. And when it finally loads it, this is what you're presented with. So you can see that I have my recent projects. I have a bunch of templates. And essentially a template is a collection of plugins that are enabled that give you functionality for the project that you're creating. If by any chance you decided to do a first person, but midway you change to a top-down game, you can always add this after the fact, and I'm going to show to you how to do that. You might be inclined to say, you know what, this is a 2.5D, let's do a per person template. But what we're going to do, and what I like to do more often, is just create something from scratch. I'd rather add functionality as we need it, instead of just have a bunch of stuff added from the beginning that we end up not using. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say, in-game section, give me a blank project. Then you have two options here that you can use. You can either do a blueprint project, which is essentially visual scripting. It's an amazing tool that Unreal Engine has available for you. Or you can do C++. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're going to use Blueprint. And these options here, even though they are here available for you, you can always change this after the fact. So I usually tend to leave as is. The only thing that you might want to do is have a starter content. A starter content is a collection of assets, materials, and textures that you can add to your project that give you a starting point to start building something in Unreal. They are useful, actually, if you want to have like a lot of textures for landscape and stuff like that. There's some of this available. We're not going to be using them, and you also can always add this after the fact. So I'm just going to opt it to have this checked out for now. Pick a location in your computer that you want to save, and then give a name to your project. In this case here, I'm going to call this Game 25D Progress. To differentiate from the one that I already have, this is going to be one that we're going to be creating together. By the way, you cannot start the name of the project with numbers. Okay, Unreal is going to tell you that you're not allowed to do that. So if you were trying to do a 25D game, it's not going to allow you to do it. But you can definitely do game 25D. Not allowed to put dots either. So just go ahead and create your project. The initial setup when you create a new project takes a little bit of time. This is going to go faster because I already have a lot of this cache in my computer. But if it's taking some time for you to finally open the engine, don't be alarmed. It's how it's supposed to be. So here is my engine, and next class we're going to go on a crash course about the viewport, the interface, and everything else.